Hi, welcome. If you're new here, of course you are, because I have no subscribers, but I enjoy doing this sort of thing. I'm bored. I have nothing to do. So, as you can see from like down here, actually, I don't know if I'm going to edit that out, like the down here part, but we'll figure it out. I'm going to do a quick little makeup tutorial because it's been a while. I have some nice sunlight that's coming in. Not really, because the sun's over there and I only have the one window, so the sun's never directly in front of there, but I have some nice lighting coming in, and I want to take advantage of it. Plus, I just shaved my face yesterday. I did it this morning as well, just to get rid of any of the stubble that was already coming back in. And I thought it'd be nice to do a quick makeup tutorial. Not really a tutorial on anything specific. I just, try to get ready with me. You get the deal. Anyways, let's get started. Firstly, I think what I want to do. Probably should do concealer and all that first. Actually, yeah, let me do that first. And main thing. I probably should wet this, but then again, the sink's all the way upstairs, and I forgot to wet this prior, so I'm just gonna use setting spray to wet it because I don't feel like getting up and just leaving y'all here because that's not happening. Absolutely not. And today, I think I'm gonna try using this lighter concealer, the Mega Last Incognito one from Wet and Wild. It is quite. Don't get me wrong. I look pale in this light, but I promise you, I'm not this pale normally. It's just because I've been inside an ungodly amount of time because it was winter and I don't go outside. Like I can get darker, but this is like I just kind of become more yellow and not really tan. So this definitely like is very light for me, but it will match for this sake, just to be clear. By the way, again, Megalast Incognito Wet Wild Concealer in the shade, I think it's Fair Beige. And I'm just going to be putting that, not that much, just a little bit. That's probably too much. I will say this stuff travels for way too long, as in, like, it will go and go and go. And by the way, mirrors right down here. I'm going to just be doing a little bit of that and a little bit of that. And we'll do a little bit under the brow. And that piece of hair got fucking concealer in it. You bitch. You son of a bitch. Motherfucker. Get back behind my ear. And let's just get to blend this out. No right or wrong thing to do. If you want to use a brush, by all means, you can. I just don't really find that super like good for my type of skin. I'd much rather just use the beauty sponge. Come on, if you don't blend in, I swear to God. Keep that right under there. By the way, I do have like stuff playing in the background, mainly because living in the middle of nowhere, I would lose my mind if there was absolute silence. But it is turned all the way down to one volume. But even then, it sounds really loud. I don't know why. That ad needs to shut up. But yeah, let's just get back to playing this out. And again, it doesn't really make that much a difference because this light is pretty harsh, so it is kind of washing me out. But for the sake of the concealer, I think it'll be fine. As for setting powder, I have it here somewhere. Sorry, I had to put all this stuff on like a table in front of my window instead of my normal setup over there. I'm not going to turn the camera because it's going to be a bitch to set it back up. And right now I'm taking my setting powder. It's just from e.l.f., nothing special. And I will be taking my sponge to do this. I probably don't need this much on my face today, but if I'm doing a tutorial, I might as well just go in and go all out. Just pressing that in. Shouldn't need too much to do this part. Taking it up on the brow, going back in for this side, and that's it. Nothing really too crazy or special. If I wanted to go all out, I could do it like on my nose and like contour around that, but I might just hop back and forth to do that. Now for brows, my brows are already very dark. I don't necessarily need to do anything. At most, I will just get a brow gel, like one that actually holds my brows, like the NYX Control Freak one. Which, if you don't like the feeling of being crusty, don't do this one. But my brows are menaces. They got to be held down. They're slightly uneven, but you know what? If you're that close to my face, then I think there's a different problem. So that's all I'm gonna do. And I think next we should. I don't even know what I want to do. Probably should do eyes and then hop back to the face, but I also like I already started on my face. I probably should just finish it. Let's finish the face. For blush and highlight, for blush, NYX Putty Blush in the shade, I think this is, if I can find it, Caribbean. Or if you're a fucking pirate fan, Caribbean, but we're not doing that. I'll be taking the butt, the back end of my beauty sponge, right in the bottom of it. You don't need to like dig super hard into it, just tap it into it gently and then go into, obviously put the blush wherever you like, because I'm not a professional. I'm not. I'm just doing my makeup. I just tend to place it on the outer edge, sort of where I would put contour, and then like up like that, doing a C motion from like here down, just like that. And again, that really was not like even that much to dip into, and it still got a lot, which I kind of like the look of like being like obnoxiously blushed up. But obviously, if you want something more subtle, don't go in that hard. Same on this side, same C motion. And if I want to go real hog wild, I would drag this either all across, like in like a squiggle shape, like down, up, down, and connect it there. But I kind of just want to keep it in like three main spots, which is on the sides and then right on my nose. Cute little nose right there. Here we go. Just nice and adorable. I look a little sickly, little like I'd say a chew in like a cute way, you know. Great. And I skip contour. Let me contour really quick. For the contour, going in, I think I used this in my last video because I haven't really bought any new makeup since. I'm just going to be doing a different eye look mainly. The Makeup Revolution Contour Palette, big old one, Roxasaurus. You can probably figure it out. Big old palette. I'm going to be taking a flat, pretty big old packing brush. I say pretty big, it's just big in comparison to the other small packing brushes I have. I'm going to be taking the second darkest color. I probably don't need the second darkest color as of right now, but it's the one I tend to use. The other one is like so close to my skin tone or like just under it where it's like it's not going to be doing that much. And to be frank, I already have quite like high enough cheekbones. I don't really need to do this. That's not going to stop me. So, and I'll be going right above it where I normally would, just because I am already so, my cheeks are already so cut. Or if I really want any definition, I need to do it like slightly above. Same thing for this side, right above it, just like that. And I'll be going in the back end to blend all this out. So don't you worry your little head off if you're like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? A little bit on my forehead. I honestly don't necessarily need to do this part because people would normally contour their forehead mainly to keep their whole face uniform, but also the main point is to like shrink your forehead, which like I'm very blessed to only have a free head, as in like free fingers, but like I also have like pretty sizable hands, not the biggest but not the smallest. Yeah, I do take a little bit of it and put it right on my temples, not really brushing it on, more so tapping it, just so that I don't pack on too much. Because this is where stuff can probably look a little bit too muddy if I were to like swipe it on, rather tapping it gently on. And I'm gonna be taking the same brush still on right where my nose is, right here. on, just tapping it in one spot. I don't want to like go too hard on it because for really honestly contouring my nose, I don't really necessarily need to. I more so just do it up here, and then I'll take a little bit of the powder as well and just draw a little V shape over the top of my nose, like literally right on top of it. Bring my nose in and a little bit underneath. And that's like about all I do for contouring the nose. And then finally, to finish off the contouring, there are highlights in this palette. I don't use them. I use the Makeup Revolution highlighter in the shade Just My Type. This little guy right here. Pretty bling in, even though I still have the plastic lid on it, so of course it's shiny in the camera. You can take whatever brush you like. I'm going to be using this angled fluffy brush. It's like still pretty packed. It's also pretty dirty, but you know, you're not my mom. We're going to be going in right on the side, just like that. And don't worry, I know I look crazy. I will be blending it back out with that damp beauty sponge that I used earlier to soften all this. Mainly the contour. I honestly don't mind the blush being so harsh, but like the contour is like it look sickly. And when I am blending it out, I will be taking the back end mainly to get that blush tone more across my face. There we go. That's a lot better from what it was compared to like that. I'm gonna be blending it back and bring it up here. And I'll keep the nose contour pretty sharp, but that should be good. Yeah, that should be good. That's most of the face. Let's start with eyes. For eyes, I don't have an eye primer. What I normally use, I also use this as concealer because that's what it is. I use the Winky Lux um, concealer. Wow, I cannot read that. And that's in the shade light beige, even though they are definitely not the same color. As you can see, they are definitely not the same color. I'm just going to be taking a little bit of that on the back of my hand. You honestly do not need a lot. It actually is not as heavy and thick as the Mega Last, but that's exactly why I don't use it for my under eyes. I'll use it on my under eyes for like a natural day, but since I'm doing a tutorial thing, I'd much rather use this stuff as a base for my eyeshadow. So taking that on my beauty sponge, well, on the back of my hand, dipping into it with a beauty sponge, and then blending that out just to cancel out any weird color in my eyelid, just in comparison. Just getting it all over the lid. Glad. Skip the ad. And I think a look I don't do often is a blue eyeshadow, mainly because I'm very limited in that aspect. So let me go through these palettes and get out any blue tones I can, mainly just to have them on standby. I doubt there'll be that many, but it'll be good to have them all like here and ready to go. Let's do, okay. We're gonna go in firstly. Is that, I need to see if this is like a matte shade, because if it is, then I'm gonna use that to set my whole lid. No, it is not, that shimmer. We're gonna go into the Physicians Formula Butter Eyeshadows, and I'm gonna be going in with the shade, it says it on the back, come on, Beach Beige, just because I need to set my whole lid really quick, and having something that's neutral and like that would probably be best, and then I can just do whatever I want on top of it. So it's going in, and we'll be going right over it with this. Just a nice little neutral color all over the lid. that's all blended out. We might dip back into this palette to try out that blue because I have never tried that blue in that palette. What I am gonna do right now is let's just start with something from this Morphe 2 palette. Very small. It's one of their things that they actually sell at Target, which is how I got it because there's no Morphe near me. I'm gonna be going in with a fluffy blending brush. And I'll be taking the shade in the middle, that sort of very neutrally gray blue, just as a start. I don't want to go super heavy. And I keep putting down this mirror. This mirror does not need to keep being put down. I don't know how well these work. I doubt they work that well because I tend to find blue is my kryptonite color. I know there's other eyeshadow colors that people tend to find that are like not their thing or like lucky in like terms of getting a good one. Blue is that color for me. I have really good greens and yellows and oranges, but like getting a good blue eyeshadow is just really hard for me. I don't know what it is. And just laying that out just like that. This in the crease. Just like that. And that's that blue color down. Does that color have a name? Is it on the back? Wave Rider. Okay, that's the shade I used. I dropped my brush. No! Oh my god. That's Wave Rider all over everything. I think for. Actually, firstly, I'm gonna go back in with the other concealer, the Mega Last Incognito one from Wet n Wild. I'm gonna be taking that on a flat packing brush that's completely dirty, and so I can cut my lid because I do actually want to try out a true cut crease because like I can like get the idea down, but like doing it is like a lot more challenging than it is. But once you know, you know, you know. I just said you know a lot. Fuck me. Sorry for not talking that much. I just want to make sure this is as good as I can get it. And I am using my hand, putting it against my chin to stabilize my hand so that I'm not like losing control. That's cut. Alright, and I think I want to go in. Be taking a very tiny packing brush. And I want to really go in with either the shade in here that's known as Poolside. I think that's what the shade is. I'm so sorry. No, I'm going in with the shade Deep Sea. This very dark shimmery blue. More so dark than shimmery. It's not very like present with its shimmer. Oh my god, that's a beautiful color. Probably should be doing the other lid first. go, just like that. Actually, I'm missing a little bit of what. There we go. There was a little big gap right on my lash line. And next, actually, I want to go in with a match, like on that inner third of my lid. Let me just try and get all that off my brush. Okay, we're gonna go in with the shade Poolside. Very, very pale blue, baby blue. Don't let me down. Come on. And it's letting me down. That's not even there. There we go. Think. Let me go in angled on a brush. Very sharp. Very just whatever. Kind of want to go in with a different color. And actually, I want to go in with black eyeshadow from the. No, let's stick to let's just stick to palettes. Let's not make this overcomplicated. I'm going back in with the Physicians Formula Butter eyeshadows and going in with the black all the way at the bottom. I don't know how good this black is. If it's good, then that's sick. But if it isn't, then whatever. Just gonna do a wing, just like that. Yes, I did say wing, and I did bring it all the way out there. That's my life. Sorry. That's a little too far out. Whatever. Bring it back down. We can connect it with that blue and sort of just loosely blend and fill in the whole entire outer third. Probably use a better brush to be using for this, but like I really wanted to make sure I got it as sharp as I could. There we go. That's acceptable. And I never highlighted the brow bone or the tip of my nose, so let's do that right now. Jumping back in with that same highlight I used earlier on that packing brush that now has blue on it because I'm a moron. And I'm totally gonna clean that. Yep. Going in, highlighting the brow bone. A little bit of it right between here. And fuck it. Let's fuck it. We ball. We're gonna put a little bit right next to my inner corner. trying to think of anything else I need to do. I can't fully remember if there's anything else. This is my pencil. No, that's the lip liner. Okay, we're gonna do my lips because they're fine, but they need to like get with the rest of the program. Actually, no. I need to finish my eyes. Should I tight line? I want a tight line. Eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. That's lip liner. Where's my fucking this one? Gonna be tight lining both my upper and inner eyelid with just a black eyeliner of the sort. I'll be real with you, I hate tight lining the top of my eyelid. So I don't really, I only do the outer half of it because going anywhere past like the center, it's over. I'm not doing that. The bottom part, however, I can pretty much consistently do now, which is awesome. Okay. Alright, that's all I'm doing on that side. Alright. That's both sides tight lined. Now we'll go in with the liquid eyeliner. Just do a quick little wing. There we go. Just gonna get a little bit more. Let's draw in like that. Okay. Now on to lips. I'm gonna take. I probably could take that eye pencil if I really wanted the black lip liner, mainly because every time I go to my local like Walmart or Target, every black lip liner is sold out. I'm not gonna recommend use an eye pencil on your lips because I'm not going to do that, at least on camera. I will be taking this brown matte lip liner from NYX. I'm gonna sharpen it because it needs to be sharpened, and I'm just gonna line my fucking lips really quick while I decide what shade I want to use. Me, my lips are quite chapsticked up, and I actually want this to like sit. So yeah. the lips lined. And now I have a lot of options. I probably could do something more neutral and all that, but I think I want to match this same level that I got going on my face of like dark and mysterious. Going in with this Revlon lipstick, Midnight Mystery. It looks black. It's more like a shimmery dark navy, which I know the lip liner. It's like dog. That does not match the vibe. Just give it a second. I promise you, it'll at least like look somewhat okay. And as you can see, it's not exactly great, but it gets the job done for the look I wanted to go for. So I think that's it. Mascara. Wow, I cannot fucking remember everything. Jesus Christ. CoverGirl in dark brown. And I'm not going to put any on the bottom, mainly to showcase how dark the top of my lid is versus the contrast of like my under eye. And I think that's all I want to do. Let's get some setting spray going. This is just Milani, make it last, nothing special. There we go. Oh, I kind of missed that side of my face. And just take my hair down. And you know what? Just put something cute on my face. Oh god, I gotta be careful. Okay, I gotta do it in this camera. I do not trust myself. There we go. That's adorable. Do it right under is my well. I think that's all the energy I have for today, at least for like being in front of my camera. But I'm pretty happy. I honestly, this is only my second time ever like trying to do a blue eyeshadow look, but I'm honestly really pleased with this. Probably could have been like a little bit cleaner when it comes to like matching them up perfectly, but like I'm very satisfied. If you enjoyed, why? Just why? But you know, I appreciate you. You guys have a good day.